Welcome to a new episode of Dream Trek, your journey into places that inspire adventure and exploration. But today, we are going somewhere different. A place beyond human reach, beyond imagination, the deepest, darkest, most unexplored part of our planet, the Mariana Trench. But why this video? Because exploration is not always about where we can go. It's about the mysteries we may never solve. And this abyss holds secrets that could rewrite everything we know about our world, and perhaps even about life itself. Imagine descending 7 miles down into a world of complete darkness, where temperatures are freezing and the pressure is so extreme it could crush a submarine like a tin can. And yet, against all odds, life thrives here. But how? And more importantly, what else could be hiding in these depths? The Mariana Trench didn't just appear. It was forged over millions of years by the slow, violent movements of the Earth itself. This trench exists because of a geological phenomenon known as subduction. Two massive tectonic plates, the Pacific Plate and the Mariana Plate, collide deep beneath the ocean. The Pacific Plate is forced downward, sinking into the Earth's mantle, forming a trench nearly 11,000 meters or 36,000 feet deep. To put it into perspective, if you drop Mount Everest into the trench, its peak would still be 2,000 meters underwater. But this isn't just a hole in the ocean floor. It's an entire world of pressure, darkness, and alien-like life forms. A world that has barely been touched by human hands. For centuries, we believed the ocean was just a vast blue void, that nothing could exist beyond a certain depth. But in 1875, the HMS Challenger changed everything. While measuring the ocean floor, they discovered something shocking. An abyss that seemed bottomless. It was deeper than any mountain is tall, deeper than our imagination could grasp. The Mariana Trench. Named after the nearby Mariana Islands, this chasm extends almost 11,000 meters, or 36,000 feet deep. To put that into perspective, if Mount Everest were placed inside, its peak would still be miles beneath the surface. The world's oceans were once thought to be bottomless, but in 1875, British scientists aboard the HMS Challenger made an astonishing discovery while mapping the Pacific Ocean floor. Using weighted ropes, they recorded an unfathomable depth near the Mariana Islands. They had just found the deepest place on Earth. Later in the 1950s, sonar mapping confirmed the Challenger Deep, an area 10,994 meters or 36,070 feet below sea level. That's nearly 7 miles down. It's deeper than Mount Everest is tall, and yet it remained untouched for almost a century. Then, in 1960, oceanographer Jacques Piccard and US Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh made the first manned descent in the Trieste. They descended in the bathyscaphe Trieste, a tiny reinforced steel ball descending for 5 hours into the unknown, as they reached the bottom and saw something scientists never expected, a living creature. A flatfish-like creature, alive. If life could exist under such extreme conditions, well, what else could be lurking in the deep? For 50 years, no one returned to the bottom. Then, in 2012, Hollywood filmmaker and explorer James Cameron made history. In his custom-built deep-sea Challenger, he became the first solo diver to reach the bottom of the trench. What he found was both fascinating and disturbing. Strange sea creatures, towering underwater cliffs, and an eerie, lifeless silence. But also something unexpected. Plastic trash. As mentioned earlier, in 2012, Hollywood filmmaker and explorer James Cameron made history. In his custom-built deep-sea Challenger, he became the first solo diver to reach the bottom of the trench. What he found was both fascinating and disturbing. Strange sea creatures, towering underwater cliffs, and an eerie, lifeless silence. But also something unexpected. Plastic trash. Even in the deepest place on Earth, pollution had already arrived. Scientists have since discovered an entire ecosystem of bioluminescent organisms, amphipods the size of fists, and bizarre translucent fish. The trench is home to creatures that defy logic, thriving under crushing pressure and absolute darkness. In 2017, scientists found the deepest dwelling fish ever recorded, the Mariana snailfish, surviving at 8,000 meters below the surface. How does it withstand the pressure? Its gel-like body lacks bones, an adaptation that allows it to survive where no other fish can. In the trench, scientists also discovered underwater volcanoes spewing superheated toxic chemicals. Yet these vents are teeming with life. Organisms here don't rely on sunlight, but on chemosynthesis, drawing energy from chemicals instead of the sun. The colossal squid was once considered a myth, until we found one. Could there be even larger, unknown creatures lurking in the trench? Some scientists believe that deep-sea gigantism allows animals to grow far bigger than their shallow water relatives. Could something like a megalodon still exist in the unexplored depths? For years, mysterious low-frequency sounds have been recorded in the Pacific Ocean. Some, like the bloop, were so loud they were detected from thousands of miles away. Scientists believe these could be icebergs breaking or volcanic activity, but some remain unexplained. Could they be the calls of unknown deep-sea creatures? Some sonar scans suggest there might be deep tunnels and hidden subduction zones beneath the trench. Could there be a deeper, even more extreme abyss we haven't discovered yet? If so, what kind of life, if any, could exist there? NASA studies the trench to understand how life might survive on alien worlds. Moons like Europa and Enceladus have oceans beneath layers of ice, similar to the extreme conditions found in the Mariana Trench. If life can thrive here on Earth, could something similar exist in space? Near the trench, hydrothermal vents spew toxic chemicals at 400 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. Yet these vents support entire ecosystems with creatures that don't rely on sunlight at all. Instead, they get energy from chemosynthesis, a process we barely understand. Could there be an entire unseen food chain based on this process? During his solo dive to the trench, Cameron reported seeing something large moving in the darkness, but it disappeared before his cameras could capture it. Was it just a trick of the light, or was he not alone? Some scientists believe that isolated environments like deep-sea trenches could be home to species that haven't changed in millions of years. The coelacanth, a fish thought to be extinct for 66 million years, was found alive in 1938. Could there be even older survivors in the trench? The trench is home to xenophyophores, single-celled organisms the size of a human fist. Some scientists believe that life down here is so extreme, it might be entirely different from anything else on Earth. Could there be unknown forms of life with biology that defies science? One of the most disturbing discoveries, even at the bottom of the deepest place on Earth, researchers have found plastic trash and toxic chemicals. How did it get there? And what is it doing to the fragile ecosystem of the trench? The Mariana Trench proves one thing: we know almost nothing about our own planet. If life can survive in the most extreme conditions on Earth, what else could exist in places we haven't explored? And if the deepest, most untouched part of our ocean is already polluted, what does that say about our impact on the planet? Here on Dream Trek, we explore places you can visit, adventure spots, hidden gems, places waiting for you. But sometimes we must look beyond what we can reach into the unknown, because the greatest mysteries aren't always on land, but deep, deep below. So, what do you think? Do you believe there are creatures still undiscovered? What's your theory on the secrets of the deep? Let me know in the comments. And if you love the thrill of the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because this journey is just beginning.